We are back for another episode here of the Back Road Banter Podcast. I don't know which one it is. It's either 62 or 3. 62. Hell
Holy
yeah.
shit, dude, I knew the number and you didn't. That's
Well,
the first time ever.
Here's the thing. That might be an issue.
Siren.
I gotta go and check Instagram then, right off the bat, because I may have put 62 on last week's thing. No, I did not. Okay, we're good.
I was about to say, I can go check YouTube.
We're good. Yeah, I threw it up on Instagram. You should check out the cover photo if you haven't seen it, because that's pretty good. I did title I titled 61. It was ice soccer, and I think that's a great name for it.
Yeah, that is funny as shit.
Great name, just big celebration of the USA. And we can continue to do that.
I like how in this cover photo I'm wearing exactly what I'm wearing right now.
Nobody would have noticed either, except you just called it out on the podcast.
I know.
That's so funny.
It's alright, I just did laundry yesterday, so I get a pass.
You know what? That is the one benefit to last year. Whenever I had a hat every episode, it always looked like I had something different, even if I was wearing the same sweat. Like, I could throw on the same sweatshirt, and I was like, there's some difference there.
Yeah.
Yes, episode 62, though. Holy crap. That's probably about 120 hours. I'd say of YouTube and Spotify materials. That's a lot of talking. Holy shit.
Yeah, we're 10 weeks into year 2.
Dude, I think my coworker said it wasn't. Is it not wild that we're already we're already 2 months through this year? Like,
it is pretty crazy, yeah. Like, I shit myself today whenever I didn't actually shit myself today, but I almost shit myself today whenever I asked somebody what the date was, because there was a driver came in and he had just had a couple pallets of stuff and I unloaded him and I signed his papers. And I always sign and date them. They don't tell me to, but I do it anyway just to cover my own ass.
Yeah.
And I was like, what's today's date? He said March 2nd. I said, what?
Yeah, that's wild,
No
dude.
way.
That's 2 months through, freaking 14% or whatever it might be. It's just crazy. Crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I had an opening and I lost it because, well, I've just been going through it this week, man. Last week I freaking had a good week at work. It was whatever. Thursday I had to take off for Layla because she had an ear infection and was sick. And then she ended up getting me sick and giving me an ear infection. So then I had to take off Friday too. Went down, had to work a turkey banquet there on Saturday. That was successful. That was a good fun time. I didn't win any guns, so they're lucky, or else I might have shot the place up. I don't know. I wanted to anyways, because I didn't win anything. But before we get too far, I'll just show you this. I was a sore loser, and everybody knows it. I have went to those things for 6 years, put in probably thousands of tickets, never won anything. But there was a hot dog roller up there, and it was just one of the small prizes, and my sister and brother-in-law on Faith's side, they put more than half their tickets in this one thing for me. So I now have a hot dog roller for a grill and open campfire. So you just take this thing, set it on there, and it literally, these all roll with it. So it's just like the hot dog machines that are in gas stations and stuff. So it's going to get nice and juicy all the way around, nice and crisp on the outside.
Dude, that kicks ass, because we're getting, like, I mean, we just talked about how we're 2 months into the year, or 2 months down, 2 months, we're in month 3. That means the warm months are coming up. SOB out over the campfire.
That'll be a great review, too. That'll be a good podcast review on that thing. That's exciting, dude. We'll have to see if we can figure out a way, but it would be nice to do a little outside recording one day this summer.
That would be cool.
Like out at your mom's, just around her table or something. That would be really cool.
That would be cool. I will, I know this isn't this summer, but I'll be back down again in a couple weeks before I gotta go balls to the wall with my new
stuff. Heck yeah, that's awesome. I'm starting to open up after this week. Our plans are a lot more, or our days are open. We don't have anything really planned till Layla's birthday, so Hopefully the weather stops being so crappy, dude.
Yeah, it's supposed to warm up, but I don't know about down where you're at, but it's supposed to warm up here, but it's going to be raining all goddamn week.
Yeah, I have rain for the next couple weeks here. I don't know about temp, though. I never really... I was just more mad that...
Saturday here is getting up in the 70s, but it's still raining. From, like, tomorrow till, like, Sunday, still raining.
Yeah, it'll be up 80 degrees, but with a 70% chance of thunderstorms. Yeah. Maybe Friday. Try to get something in. But I just want to enjoy some outside weather, some air, some real fresh air.
Yeah.
And just do something. That's the one thing about wintertime, especially whenever you're an adult, or at least for me, it's extra cooped up because you're just like, you don't want to do anything either. It's cold and annoying.
Yeah, and even if you have something like indoor to do, if it's not at the house, you're like, shit, I don't even want to walk to the car.
No.
I don't even want to warm it up, nothing.
No. Warming cars up is the most annoying thing.
It sucks. I can't wait to get a new one. I'm still about a year out, but...
Dude, mine's a 2012 or whatever. It has I have remote start on it. But the only time I really need to start my car is when there's ice and stuff on it.
Yeah.
But the maximum amount of time that you can set a car to run for when you remote start it is 5 minutes. And that's not long enough from a cold start to melt everything you need to before it shuts off again. And it was just a problem for me this winter. I don't know. Screw the cold. That's the point.
If it's cold enough, like if it's as cold as it has been this winter, that's not even long enough for it to get to like the recommended 200 degrees before you drive it.
No, dude, it's really shitty. I have not done that at any point in time because whenever I walk, especially at the end of the days, because by the time I walk to my car, I'm like 4 or 5 minutes away from my office. So I can't just sit there in a freezing car and wait for it to warm up. So I'm like, You got this, baby. Just make it down the hill.
Yeah, that's what I do.
It'll warm itself up. I know it's bad, but it hasn't yelled at me yet, so.
Yeah, my car's kind of in the shitter to the point where like I don't let it warm up because it'll burn up all my antifreeze.
It's a safety thing for you. Yeah, you're saving money by not warming up. Yeah.
Yeah, if I sit there and let my car idle, it will just eat my antifreeze. I need to get that fixed.
Yeah. At least it is summer though. Or it's getting warm again. That gives you some time to work on that and ignore it if you want to for a bit longer. That's my favorite thing.
I need to get it fixed before I gotta start driving God knows how far to work.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It'll be different. It'll vary throughout the things, but throughout my entire time there, actually, throughout the rest of my life, the place that I work will vary.
Yep. Will you ever get a work truck? Company truck?
Most likely not, no.
Oh, do they not? Yeah, they're with us. I didn't know that. Or at least they're compensating you enough to make up for it. That's where it matters. That's what matters. Heck yeah. What have you been into? What'd you do this last week, dude? Anything at all?
Dude, yeah, actually. Work for the most part. I finally got good news on the new job front. I'm sure if anybody's listening that hasn't pieced that together by now. I got accepted into my union. Got to go get my physical this weekend, which is why I had to go boot shopping today, because when you go do your physical, you have to wear like work clothes. Like they want to make sure that you can properly move in the actual work attire. So I had to go get my boots and my jeans and stuff. Well, I got my jeans given to me, thankfully. Saved me a couple bucks there. But I had to go get my boots. Got my physical this weekend, and then March 30th is day one of orientation.
Oh, heck yeah.
So it'll be March 30th through April 18th. I will be learning.
Nice.
6 days a week for 3 weeks.
That's awesome. Yeah. Is it paid orientation?
No.
Not paid orientation.
Yep.
Okay.
And it's 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. So it's
a work day. It's a work day. Yeah.
But I'm able to collect unemployment throughout that time.
So, oh, okay.
Yeah, and I don't feel bad about that whatsoever because I've been a hard-working adult since before I was an adult, always going to work and always taking care of what I got to take care of. So
Well, also
I'll collect my damn
unemployment.
unemployment.
Unemployment is meant for when you are in between jobs, but actively looking or in the process of getting another job. So you are in the, I'll say, 7% of people that actively use it as it is meant to
As
be.
it should be, yeah.
Yeah, you don't take advantage of the system, and therefore, leaving plenty of money for other people when they need it to do the exact same thing. So
Yep.
you should not feel bad at all. That's
No.
me and my dad love having the conversations. We just had a similar conversation to that in terms of tax brackets and stuff, because my dad makes probably 2 or 3 times what he did when I was growing up. So like their lifestyle and everything is completely different now, and he's like, the biggest thing is going in and doing your taxes and understanding that like the money that we used to get back, even though he was working, all year long and doing his stuff, he's like, that money comes from the people like me that are putting in 30,000 extra hours a year, overtime hours, to make that supplemental income, and then that so it was just really cool to hear his side of, or an older adult side of that same exact thing, like understanding the proper use of why we have these assistance programs and things in place.
Yeah, I had to like tell my mom that back during COVID because her work got shut down. She was a hairdresser, it wasn't essential, so she got shut down. And this was before it was just her business, so like she wasn't bringing in the money she is now.
Yeah.
And she told me, she was like, I'm thinking about getting on like food stamps because at that point she had to, like, she was getting unemployment. But I told her, I was like, do it. I said, you've been a hard-working, tax-paying citizen for 30-plus goddamn years. Like,
Yep.
do it. What's the big deal?
Yeah, it's not a big deal at all.
It's not like you sat there and abused the system like some people do. Like, you have paid into that system your entire life, and you have never used it.
Yep.
Even whenever you were raising 2 kids and by yourself and didn't have that much money, like,
Yeah.
use it now. It's
that's the funniest thing. That's not the funniest. That's the best thing is being an adult, you realize just so much more about like what your parents did go through and what they did do and sacrificed, to not just provide, but whenever they could give access to us and stuff. And so now it's like really rewarding when you can be like that supportive friend to your parent, to be like, dude, you're good. Like, don't feel bad for being a human being. Like, you've been super mom or super dad for this amount of time. Everybody's vulnerable. You're not taking advantage of anything. You are using what is given to you because that's what it's there for. And yeah, that's the best, dude. I love the conversation. That's so real, and so many people will relate to that too, because that's just growing pains. Everybody goes through those time periods too. Like, you have your super highs and your super lows, and I mean, we're talking about it now. Look at our parents. They're in their 50s, and they're hitting their highest point in their lives. And for me personally, it's so much like it's rejuvenating to my just my inner core in terms of my goal setting and everything, because it's like, dude, we always thought when we were 18 we needed to know what we wanted to do. Now we're almost 30 and we're like, I don't know what I want to do, but this is the best thing for me now. And that's just how it is throughout life. It's literally just taking what comes to you and turning it into the best that you can. I don't know. It's
figuring it out as you go.
Mm-hmm.
That's what a lot of it is, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, dude,
But that's
knocking
awesome.
Knocking on the door of a brand new career. I'm not even knocking on the door. I'm at the goddamn door. I'm just waiting for somebody to open it.
Yeah, you've already got the job and everything.
I've already been invited to the party. Now I gotta wait for the party to start.
Yeah, that'll be the easy part too, because, well, it won't be the boring part. It's not a bunch of waiting around. It's actually learning and implementing and.
And it's gonna be like, it's still gonna be hard work and stuff, and it's gonna be a lot of learning, like you said. But it's also like, it doesn't stress me out anymore. It's because it's just like, okay, now I'm not waiting on a word. Like, I'm not waiting on a test result. I'm not waiting to hear back for an interview. I'm not waiting on any of that. I did all that shit. I'm not waiting. Now I'm just waiting for it to start. Like, there's no more up in the air here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just waiting for the day to get here now.
Yeah, that's awesome. See, that's the over the mountaintop side of the whole job hunting and interviewing and side of it. You're through the nervousness of what's the answer going to be or what's going to happen next, and it's really just excitement for what is coming next now. It's just preparation for what's coming because you know, well, you just said it. You got 3 weeks of straight training, and then you're able to start. So, or start when they call you, but still.
Yeah, then I got to wait on a call, but that is what it is. You know what I mean? Like I know there's going to be work. It's a busy year,
especially with summer.
And they're bringing in, like, I think I told you this before, but they're so busy now that they have another, like, acceptance period. They never do 2. They only they've only in history have ever done 1 per year. They're doing a second one. They're doing a fall one too.
Now, does that increase chances of layoffs, or is it really just they may send people out farther? Like the jobs may just be growing in terms of size.
I wish I had a good answer, but I don't think it does because they don't accept a lot of people.
Okay, well that's good.
I think the guy that talked to us said they accepted, like last year, I think they accepted a little under 30% of everybody that tested.
Yeah.
So, like, and that's everybody that tested. That's not even everybody that applied because some people apply and then don't show up for the test because they decide, like, okay, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
You know, which is crazy because you have to pay for the application. Like, if you apply, you better make damn sure you want to do it and then show up to the test. The worst they can do is tell you no. Try again next year.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's out of the people that apply, like for example, there was 100 people in my test prep class. Mm-hmm. My test day, I think there was, and I mean, I was on one of 3 test days because they did them over the course of a weekend. Mm-hmm. But on my test day, I think there was probably 50 people.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, not everybody that applies tests. And then out of everybody that tests, they weed out a whole bunch of people in the test. They don't even invite a lot to interviews. And then you have to get through the interview and then get accepted. So even though they're doing another period, I wouldn't imagine that it would increase the chance of layoffs just because I don't see them doing that.
Yeah.
I think it's just the volume of work is increasing, and if you only get, out of all the people that you get trying to get in, you only take 25% of them.
Yeah.
Like, they're trying to get more good, willing, ready, and able people to come in, I guess.
Yeah. That makes the most sense.
It's a process. I don't want to say it's difficult, but you gotta, like...
No, it's just a job. It's a job. It's a thorough job.
Yeah.
Whenever it comes to anything that is... I'm not even going to say heavy equipment. I'm going to say in the origin of construction of any sort, it makes sense. You're operating minimum $40,000-$50,000 piece of equipment, upward of $220,000 piece of equipment, and then the dozers can just go up and up from there. So far, like
yeah. And if you mess up bad enough, like if you're enough of an idiot and you mess up bad enough, you can get somebody hurt or killed.
Yeah.
So like they have to make sure. They have to. Like, I think the test is to make sure you can learn, and the interviews to make sure you're not a complete.
Okay.
So I think that's what the.
Well, that's good. That's how jobs should do it. All jobs should. Yeah. All jobs should do that. If anybody the college should listen to this, I hope they fire me. I'm fucking over this place. But it's so stupid. If you, as a business or entity of any sort, interview 12 people and none of them have the qualifications that are on your requirements, and you still hire one of them because you're like, well, it's better than having it a blank job. No, it's not, you idiot. You put people in a director's position who have no experience even literally with anything other than delivering packages. This is true. I'm very upset. I my boss knows that I'm ready to just quit because I can't progress here. I hate this place. It is so frustrating. And it's in so many different areas and offices and departments. They're like, we just need to get people in. We don't need them to be trained. And with all the turnover we have, everybody's new in the office anyway, so nobody knows anything. So that's okay. So you have no basis of teaching. You have no basis of knowledge to start off with. So you're just lost. It's stupid. It makes me pissed off as somebody that considers himself a professional, that has a degree in what he's doing, but tons of everything to back up what I do, and yet everybody constantly goes and tries to do other people's jobs, professionals' jobs that have nothing to do with any of their experience, knowledge, or education. It's ridiculous. I can't stand that stuff. Yeah, you absolutely want to hire qualified people that not just are going to fill a position, but you're like, man, they can grow with us while we can grow with them. Like, that is a beneficial person to this, even if it's just showing up every day and doing the bare minimum. Your bare minimum's keeping us going, so thanks, buddy. You're not anything up, and you are doing exactly what we need. That's all we ask. You're not trying to go over here and run Jim's equipment, or trying to go over there and twiddle little dickies. It doesn't matter. You're doing your job, and you're like, well, he f***ed up. That sucks. That sucks. But he did, and you didn't have anything to do with it because it's not your job. Yeah. Sorry, I'm going on tangent. I have so many issues right now.
I believe it.
I just want to. All right. Well, we can transfer over. Before I get off before I forget about it, I want to bring up last week's. I talked about, it was one of the screenshots. It was that high school thing.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so for anybody that doesn't know episode 61, you can go back and listen to it, because I'm not going to tell you now.
You should.
Yep. But there's the high school issue with graduations. So Wyatt, first of all, screw social media. You have to read real news articles, because social media is a joke.
That whole thing was bullshit?
It is complete bullshit. They are mad for it's not 2 graduations from one high school. It's this high school in the county. Well, think of it, in PA, but we can think of it in Harrison County. There's 7 different high schools in Harrison County. Yeah. This high school is at the Board of Education in Harrison County, we'll say, complaining that Lincoln High School is getting to have having their graduation at the Hope Coliseum in Morgantown, whereas we have to have it in our gym. And the reason is because that school has the money to pay for it. But
so they are different schools.
Different schools, not associated. It literally... So they're just mad that another school gets to have a better graduation, even though it has nothing to do with you, your administration, or fellow students.
Yeah, it sucks to suck. I don't know what to tell the kid. I was on his side. Now I'm not. He's just being
I'm not at all.
Bitch.
Yeah, it's really funny. I'm glad they kicked him out. They didn't really kick him out. They just told him your time's up. You need to leave. And then he didn't want to, so they escorted him out. But he deserved it. That was really dumb. Once I read more into it, that's why I said I was wrong, and I need to correct that, because that kid does not need any light, and anybody that supported him is stupid. That makes no sense to me. That's selfish.
Yeah, that kid's a jackass.
Yeah. It's just...
For real.
Yeah, so, but the key takeaway from that, which we already know, me and you already know, but if anybody's listening, is that if you see stuff on social media and it actually takes interest in you, do some real research and find real news articles that you can kind of go through and see exactly what's going on, so you don't just get copy and paste cut clips of specific narratives. And that's what this was, and it got me good. But I'm glad that I corrected. If it wasn't for there was one singular comment on the post that I saw that said something that was altering to what the point that I made, and that's what made me go deeper into looking into it, because so people are fake, and social media is too.
I'll follow up on some social media thing from last week too.
All right.
Before I do though, I liked it. I'm pretty sure I remember you last week saying, I don't know, I'll look further into this and then we'll get back to it next week, and that is exactly what you did. So yeah, keep. If you didn't say that on camera, you definitely said it at some point off. Because I remember you saying, you were like, yeah, I'm going to look into this and I'm going to see what's going on here. But yeah, what Justin said, don't just be getting your news from headlines, 'cause headlines intentionally make you worked up. Like they do it by design. They do it by design. They're like, okay, we're going to take this story and we're going to word it and twist it in whatever way is going to get the people most fired up about it.
Because and it's so unfortunate. That's social media. Peak social media was like around 2012 to 2015, before you really could be monetized on real social media. And now it's just, it doesn't matter if it's real or not. If it gets likes or views, like, I mean, if we were in a public institution and I could monetize, I could make a shit ton of money off the college. Facebook sends me notifications every week to try monetizing it, and they're like, sorry buddy, we can't do that.
But I'll follow up on some social media stuff last week, so I'm sure as everybody saw last week, if you didn't watch, you should go back and watch, so you know what I'm talking about. It was a tweet from the Huffington Post that said, if waving the American flag or chanting USA turns you off right now, you're not alone. To which Jimmy's Famous Seafood replied, go fuck yourself. Well, the Baltimore Sun had something to say about that. I sent this to Justin. The Baltimore Sun says, reader commentary. Our Olympians deserve support, but Jimmy's Famous Seafood's profane way of coming to their defense shouldn't be celebrated. To which Jimmy's Famous Seafood replied, go fuck yourself. And they say it shouldn't be celebrated, but at the point in time this was posted, the Baltimore Sun's article had 545 likes compared to Jimmy's Famous Seafood's 89,000.
So, if anybody doesn't realize what we're saying is, we're officially going to be a $5 sponsor of Jimmy's Seafood.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at Twitter right now and see if they've told anybody else to go fuck themselves.
I don't want them to sponsor us. I want to sponsor them. Like, those guys are awesome. And also, yeah, you can't be in this country, benefiting from this country, working in this country, doing, first of all, public free press, something that is illegal in a lot of countries. You can't just write what you want. Yeah, so that's very well Baltimore Sun and Huffington Post. Ditto to what he said. Oh, I'm excited for this one, guys. All right, what do we got?
So, I got on their Twitter, and I searched their Twitter. I use the filter just by searching through the F word, just like I do whenever I edit on here. Before the Huffington Post or the Baltimore Sun, actually no, this is not before, this is slightly after, the New York Times said, from the Atlantic, the U.S. men's hockey team won Olympic gold for the first time since the Miracle on Ice 46 years ago, and for a time, the joy belonged to everyone, our columnist writes. By the next day, it didn't, in which Jimmy's Famous Seafood said, go fuck yourself. But that's not what I was laughing at. Those three posts, the only F-bombs I can see for the last 6 years from Jimmy's Famous Seafood, on May 16th, 2020, they tweeted, I'm going to send this to you right now. It wasn't in response to anybody. They just tweeted, who the fuck is Channing Frye? We know who Channing Frye is. Unless it's a different one, but I believe the Channing Frye they're talking about is the former Cleveland Cavalier. They spelled his name wrong, but
yeah, they are talking about him too because he's an NBA analyst at times. Like, he does stuff, so he definitely. This was right as soon as his documentary, Michael's documentary, came out. I wish I knew what he said.
Wow, I'm not even going to look at all the things that he's replying to. But yeah, there's a bunch of F-bombs on here from 2020. Let's see, December 2020. He responded to some lady, and he said, "Fuck off, seriously." This one, he flamed this guy so bad that the original tweet got deleted. But he said, "Hey jackass, shut the fuck up. We fed over 4,000 unemployed restaurant industry workers last week for free." There's one on here that just says, "Fuck the crab feast." We don't open until 11, unfortunately, but it's still and always fuck PETA.
All right. Well, you know what? I actually stand for that. I don't like PETA either.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be on it.
There's another one that's not a response to anything. It's just, haha, fuck PETA.
When was that one?
That was December 31st, 2020.
Nice. Look at them. I don't know what was going on around then, but...
They used to swear like crazy on here.
That's old Twitter for you. They got respectful when Mr. Elon bought it.
Their first F-bomb ever on their Twitter was from March 13th, 2017, and it just said, "Fuck Yelp." The food review place.
Fuck Yelp. Actually, I agree. Yelp, I agree, because the only people that go to Yelp are if you 100% love it and you've got no life, or if you just hate it and got no life.
Also got no life.
Yeah. That's.
It's real easy just to tell your friends, like, "Hey, if you're ever around this area, you probably shouldn't go to this place. It sucks." But yeah, if you're a real dickhead and you have no friends or hobbies or and way too much spare time, you go on Yelp and you sign up for Yelp, and then you complain about stuff on Yelp.
Yep. And it's so funny you say that, because I think both positive and negative. What did you do when you guys ate the Mexican in Braxton County? You said, "I would never go there again if I were you, dude. Don't do that."
Yeah.
That's immediately what you told me.
People.
And then as soon as you went to the Brazilian steakhouse, you said, "Dude, I cannot wait till you're in town. I've got to take you to that steakhouse because it's awesome." Yep. You didn't go to Yelp and say 10-star review, 0-star review. You know.
Man, that brings something into my head that I wanted to talk to you about. I thought about adding it to the wheel, and then I thought no, because then I won't remember it. I won't remember why I thought of it. Isn't it crazy how star reviews or any sort of review like rating system is very different depending on what you're rating? Like, for example, I think to get a 5-star or 10-star or whatever, depending on how many stars, to get a max review on like a movie or a show or a video game, it has to be absolutely perfect. It has to, check all the boxes, and it has to be like rewatchable and all this and that. But like for like a delivery service or an Uber, like you just do your job and I'll just give you your 5 stars. I'll give you your good review.
Yeah, the expectation is so much smaller.
Yeah.
I see exactly what you're saying. And it's really funny to compare it to movies, that's really funny to compare it to movies and games, because those are two areas that are probably most critical whenever it comes to ratings, because the difference between a 7 and an 8 or an 8 and a 9 is astronomical.
Yeah.
But like when you have a 10, you have a 10. And it's just like, holy crap. This is like the Batman Arkham Knight games for me. Those are something that in 10 years from now, I'll hope to have a console I can replay them on, or, they're remastered on something to go through and play those again.
You can play the PS4 versions on your PS5. They're on the PlayStation
Oh, really?
Store. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But yeah, like, I always hated people. I don't think I know any personally. I think I might have just seen it on the internet or something. But I hate people that, like, will get an Uber ride and they'll give them, like, 4 stars. I'm like, what, really? Like, did you get there on time and alive? And was the driver not a complete jackass? 5 stars.
Yeah.
Come on, like, this rating system is how people, like, oh, okay, 5 stars. This guy's going to get me where I'm going. Like, this guy's going to get me to the airport, or he's going to get me home from the bar. And, he's not going to get me killed. Okay, fine.
Yep.
Like, I want to ride with that guy. But then you see one dickhead that's like 4 stars, 3.5. Like, what did he do wrong to make it all right?
You're touching on something that's really good right there, man. It's really funny. All Uber is, all these other there's a lot of companies now that are going driverless cars or whatever. But all these companies, They're just taxi services. So if you go back to your taxis in the old days, that's all people cared about was timeliness. And that was it, actually. Just get me there on time. Get me where I'm going on time. You can talk my ear off. It's okay if I don't understand you. It's okay if you're listening to something I don't... Like, nobody cared about anything because they realized he's doing his life, I'm doing mine. And instead of thinking, well, now I'm paying for this car, so this car needs to be like my car. It needs to be exactly how I would have it and, you know, the atmosphere of it. I've only Ubered probably 15 or 20 times in my life. I haven't done it a whole lot. But the difference between like a bad and a good driver is actually very fundamental to what you said. It's just, are you getting me there on time, and is it comfortable? Are you not a jackass or not rude or not, you know, this or that? That's the only things that I ever cared about, or that I care about to this day.
Like, as long as you're not in the driver's seat, like calling me names and, you know, doing donuts and drinking, like, I'm really not gonna care.
Which you're probably not, because you're driving a car and it's your job. Which, you know, like, that's the unfortunate thing. If you're driving Uber, you're not doing that well in life. Like, nothing against you, but like, you're driving Uber, so
unless you just do it as a side gig, like, there are some people that have regular jobs and just don't like not working. So if they're off, they're like, oh, I'm gonna go to the airport and make a quick fucking $200 and go home.
Yeah. I don't know enough of those people. I don't know many people that, you know, do this sort of stuff. I haven't seen enough examples, but that also goes to it goes to the rating system. Of all the rating people that watch or do things, there's less than 1% that rates them, or you know, gives a review on them. So you know, the reviews that we're seeing is of a fraction of the people who try, test, or use these products or services.
And I will always leave a review for an Uber. I'll always, like, as long as I got there alive,
you have to.
I will give you your 5 stars.
But here's the thing too: it's the easiest. Uber's easy to leave reviews. I love Uber for the fact
it pops up when your ride's done. It's like, okay,
it's
your ride's done. Click one of these stars. Yeah.
It's not sending you a bunch of emails like, hey, how was your thing? And that's what it has to be. It has to be easily accessible for people to do it. People aren't going to go out of their way to send how was this transaction or stuff, you know. The only emails that I have given review that I like follow up and give reviews on are whenever I get my taxes done. I always make sure that depending on who it's with and how that goes, I do, because that influences other people getting them done with them.
Yeah.
But that's about it. That was a good question. That was a good point, though, dude.
The brewery that I went to the other night, I went to a brewery Saturday night. They had a deal that if you left them a review on Google, you'd get a free beer.
I love that.
Yeah.
There's a golf course in Buchanan I want to take you to this summer. Same price as Glenville. It's a fun little course, hard but fun. And that they do the same thing. If you leave I tried to buy some golf balls with their logos because I collect them from every course I play, and they said, sorry, we don't sell them, honey. The only way you can get one is if you leave a review. So I was like,
that's easier than buying them.
Yeah, I was like, no problem. I got on my phone, I didn't have service, and I was like, would you still give it to me if I drove 20 minutes down the road, got service, left a review, and came back? And she said, as long as you showed me a screenshot that you left a review, that's all that matters. I walk outside and I get service at the corner of the building, and I'm just like holding it up, trying to leave a review, and I run back. It is so funny. I love those little things, though. Like, that's, you know, you got to get something out of it.
Yeah, if you go on our YouTube or on our Spotify and you give us a review or a like or whatever, we're not going to give you anything, but we will thank you.
I'll tell you what, if you give us you give us enough engagement over time, I'll send you an entire sticker sheet from Season 1 and Season 2 that'll be coming out for the Back Row Banter podcast, and maybe an empty Dubby container.
There you go. I might give you a half full one.
It's the thought that counts, people. We're trying. We have been doing this for 62 episodes now. We have dedicated probably over 100, if you count editing, 200 plus hours of our lives towards this stuff. all we can afford are stickers and empty containers. Sorry.
Yeah.
But that is still a rewards program if you think about it. You still get something for it, you know. Or if you leave a good enough comment, maybe you could win a roadie at the end of season 2's roadie awards. You know, maybe
Especially
we'll create.
if it's funny.
Yeah, well, that's all I want. I just want the funny and good ones. You can show us love, but make sure it's funny too. Or show us love.
You could give a real hateful one, and then we'll go on the next episode and we'll laugh at you.
Oh yeah, that would be funny too. And then you still might win a roadie.
You might.
We might make an.
Yeah, biggest Gary award.
Dude, I use Gary as an example of everything now. The fact, since you called him Gary the Dildo, that's what I call him, and that's what my coworkers call him now because, he's work related. Awesome. Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm glad that stuck. I'm glad I got that movement going.
Oh, dude, for sure. I don't know who started the snow soccer or ice soccer thing, but I'm telling you what, I'm pushing that till the end of time. Snow Mexicans playing ice soccer. That is the funniest.
Good one.
That is, dude. That's stuck in my head.
That was our first titled episode. Yeah.
The very first. You know what? That's pretty. That's fun. I'm excited to start doing those. That'll just be fun.
Yeah.
Just think of them.
I'm already trying to brainstorm what this one's going to be, but I'm going to, as of right now, it's 5 stars.
Oh, that's a good one. I'll tell you. See, for me, I was like, after doing it last week, I was like, you know what, this is a good routine. Just listen through it and then pick something that sticks out. But you're thinking of it while it's going. That's good.
That's how they name comedy specials. I always love the part of a comedy special whenever they say the title. And I'm just like, oh, there it is. They did it. Yep. They said it. They said the thing.
Comedy specials are weird.
It's usually not even in the best joke or the biggest joke, and they usually just gloss over it one time. Like Shane Gillis's Beautiful Dogs. He was voice.
Yeah. That's when you know it, and I wonder how many iterations of ideas they go through, because they obviously have a lot of time in between recording and stuff. But I think one of the best stand-up comedies specials that I've watched. First of all, I've watched all of the ones that have been put out on Netflix in 2026. Every one of them. I have not enjoyed a single one.
Nice.
I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's me. I don't think it is. I just think it's... I just don't think that a lot of people are funny anymore. I think that once they reach a certain level, they're like, I don't really gotta try. It's just continue with what I do, and then that's gonna be fine. But
they're like rappers used to be. You remember whenever we were growing up, like rappers would be really good until they got famous and they weren't as good. But nowadays they just skip that first part. They just don't. They're
never good.
Really good to begin with. Yeah.
But they still get famous. You can see that if anybody ever wants to rebuttal that, all we have to do is go back and say, okay, look at the XXL covers on from 2012 to 2018, and then look at 2019 to 2025, and not just look at the covers. You could go back and watch the videos, because they always have them do
ciphers,
a rap. Yeah. Terrible.
Those used to be so good. They used to be so good.
I gotta tell you, one of the last ones that was really good, and it was only good it was the one that Lil Dicky was on. I don't know if you remember that. I think that might have been 2018, around then. He saved that one. He saved that one. If nobody knows what I'm talking about, you should definitely just go and look up Lil Dicky XXL Cypher's rap spit, because he literally just spits for like a minute and 30 seconds, and he saves that entire thing, because everybody else is just saying like sounds, and I don't know. It's weird, bro. Yeah, that's so funny. That's a really good example. Comparing rap to comedy now. I'll tell you what. Somebody that I really hate. Oh, it is, dude. Have you watched Bert Kreischer's show?
No.
So
I haven't. I'm not sure if I ever want to, but I have not so far.
It's honestly pointless too, because it's just like Well, it's literally as he says. It's the most. I hate seeing his like press stuff on social media because he's just talking about like how much fun it was and how successful it is and how he hopes to do a season 2. And it's like, dude, you're literally just making up, like you're just refilming stories of your lives, and they're not that funny either. Like nobody cares. Kind of disrespectful, one, because you replaced all your children with a lot better looking children. If you're the executive producer of a show, you better make sure that it's accurate, because I'd be a little offended. Also, the only person that is good in this entire show is the character that plays Isla.
Yeah.
She's a legit actor, and I don't mean good in terms of funny. Like, she is funny, but she's funny because for however old this girl is, holy shit. Like, I think she taught Bert how to act, because he is different than his Bert Kreischer movie, The Machine or whatever.
The Machine, yeah. I'm surprised that's not what the show is. I'm surprised it's not just
about that, yeah.
The Machine 2.
The
Machine, the series.
The only thing that I want to give him credit for is that in literally the first episode, it is just ripped. He's going through and he's doing like a comedy special here, and then he's seeing people, but everybody's asking him to take his shirt off or when he's going to take his shirt off, and you can tell that he's like annoyed by that. But it's like, dude, this is a show, and you can tell it's fake because you always have your shirt off. You're not annoyed by that.
Yeah, we're annoyed by that too, Bert.
During the club, everybody is. Your wife is probably annoyed by you taking your shirt off every chance you get. Like,
yeah, the majority of your fans that have an IQ over 45 are probably annoyed by that because it's old.
Yep. And honestly, the ones the ones below it probably think you're telling new jokes when you say this same thing.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
never mind.
Their whole thing is just, oh, look, that guy's fat.
Yeah, his laugh's funny. It's so disappointing. That's what I was telling Faith. I was giving Faith credit there a day or two ago. We were sitting down on the couch, and I was just talking to her. And I was telling her about the podcast last week and about how I was reviewing the comedy show that we went to. And I was like, I told Wyatt it was probably the best comedy show I've been to. And for me not to choose it and not really care about who it was, I love that. That's awesome. And then she brought up the Bert Kreischer, and I was like, for the time period and for like when it was 2020, like that Bert Kreischer comedy show was top-notch level comedy, you know. But looking at it now, it's like it wasn't as impressionable or as memorable or as funny because I feel like I've heard and seen those jokes on so many other things. So it's like
it's all he's got.
It diluted all of the special that actually going to the show had to me, you know.
Yeah, it's all he's got going for him, dude. He'll bring up those same infinite number of things on podcasts, and whether it be his own or somebody else's, you know, his friends who have much better ones.
He has so many too. He does like 3.
Yeah.
Which I don't get how when you have all of his shit, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Which it's really funny because we've talked a lot about Tom Segura. Like, we both have our quarrels with Tom and everything. But it's so funny because you could pivot, literally best friend, the other bear to the cave. Like, Tom's doing the exact same thing, except he's like, yeah, I'm going to go and be creative. I'm going to make short movies that are the most funny, out of pocket, and, like, engaging things. And if it works, it works. And if not, I don't care. And Bert's just like, nah, this is going to work because it always makes people laugh. And he just goes down the same road. And it's why I have to, like, you compare Bad Thoughts to Bert Kreischer's show. It's not even close. Bad Thoughts is such a good series. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't seen that. I've seen clips and shit from it. I've heard it is pretty good.
Oh, next time you're in, we'll watch that if you haven't seen it yet.
Doesn't Bert Kreischer's show actually have his name in it?
Yeah, like he's himself. Yeah, he is himself.
I'm sure he is. Yeah,
his wife is.
That's the best possible character that anybody could be in anything.
And that's that's my frustration with it. I guess I should have I'm glad you said that. I should have put some clarification. That's my frustration with with them casting the people they did as his family, for the sole fact of they're actually playing his family. They're playing his wife, and like they're real characters at the ages that they were. And to me, it's like, also, if I was their daughter, I would be really annoyed by Dad. I would be so annoyed by it, I don't know. But then again, though, he's paying for everything, so.
Yeah.
Different mindsets, different lives, Things change.
Yeah. I wish I could still like the dude. I don't know if it makes me feel like, old man doesn't like anything, but I do like things. Just, I don't like Bert Kreischer so much anymore.
I think it goes... I like that you said old man, because that's how I feel a lot of time, but then it just reminds me of no, I like that you said old man, and then you followed it up with, no, I like things, because that is exactly how it is. It's like, no, you know what, I can evolve and grow, and so can my sense of humor and interest and all this, but the fact that this 40, now 50-year-old man is not doing that, and we can track it to a decade-long thing, it's like, it's a lot easier to pinpoint why we wouldn't enjoy him. That's the best way to do it.
It's kind of like, it's similar but different. It's kind of like Kevin Hart. It's kind of like what happened to Kevin Hart. Like, I remember middle school and high school, I thought Kevin Hart was the funniest dude on the planet, and then his specials just kept coming out, and I'm like, oh, his whole gimmick's just being the short, black, loud dude, huh? Just the, you know what I mean? He's just funny because he's screaming and he's tiny.
Yep.
And it's kind of getting old.
Now
I will say, as an actor, he's in some funny shit, but his comedy never evolved. It never got but he found his lane and he got in it and he stayed in it and he's doing great. Hats off to him. But yeah, when I was younger, I loved his comedy, and then I just got older and I was like, oh, it's all the same. He's just yelling.
Yeah. Yeah, his comedy is funny for 12 to 16-year-olds because it's just different. It's new, I like that you brought him up, because that is a prime example, dude. That is a great example. And honestly, even thinking about it, go into his movies, he's a damn good actor. I love a lot of his movies, but still in those, he's just the short, loud black guy. He is that Castro, and it's really funny because people got really pissed off last year when Cat Williams said that, but it's true.
I didn't know Cat Williams said that. Cat Williams said that? Yeah, he's right.
Cat Williams brought that up on Shannon Sharp's podcast, because he was like, you do realize that, Kevin Hart wasn't created, but he was selected. He's not special. He's not funnier than people. He wasn't even the funniest person in his area, in his lane. He said it's just... He had the right amount of luck, as well as worked hard enough, and then fit all these categories that it was yeah, you know what? This guy could be the guy. And then obviously, like you said, his acting, he really is a crazy good actor.
He's a good actor, yeah.
But it's still, he fit his character type, and unfortunately, he's in that character type forever.
Oh yeah.
It's really funny. It's similar to Ice Cube. Ice Cube's the only time that he's ever in a somewhat serious role, it's still funny, and that's in Friday. Everything else is dumb family comedies.
Yeah.
It's just their lane of stuff, which is really funny, but it's what they do, and they're good at it. I don't know. What's your opinion? I'm just going to add, I haven't thought about this in forever. A lot of people now, I've seen in online and stuff, don't care for it. Did you like the We Aren't There Yet movies?
Are we there
or
yet?
Are we there yet? Yeah.
I think I only watched one of them.
How many
are there? Are there two?
There's
or three?
two. Oh, I've only seen two.
I don't even know if there is three. I'm just wondering. I might be getting that mixed up with something else. I didn't hate him.
I think about him now, and I really laugh. It's funny. The first one's whatever, but the second one, it's the first time that I can think of now, as an adult, that a sequel blew it out of the water.
Really?
And it's funny because it's not at all. It's not at all with Ice Cube's acting or the family's. It has to do with the plot of the show, or the plot of the movie, as well as the main character is the head doctor from the original Scrubs TV show.
Yeah.
And he is phenomenal in that movie. Like, phenomenal. I could, yeah, that's awesome.
Scrubs back.
I know, Faith just sent it to me. I have it saved on my thing. I need to watch it.
Yeah, I need to too. I saw it the other day when I was just scrolling, looking for something to watch. But I don't think I'm going to get much of anything watched this week. I got editing to do, and outside of editing, I got PGA 2K25 is free starting tomorrow on the PlayStation Store. It's one of the games of the month. And then WWE 2K26 comes out Friday.
Busy then, yeah. Yeah.
Playing it, yeah. So yeah, outside of editing, I probably won't be watching much of anything until UFC 326 this weekend. I missed my first UFC event since the Paramount shit because I was out Saturday night. We went out for a celebration because she passed her final. She's about to be a nurse, and I got my news the same day. So we went out celebrating. Her dad bought us a bunch of drinks.
Heck yeah.
So I missed the UFC. I didn't realize it until I was on the way home. I said, shit, we missed UFC tonight. But 326 is this Saturday.
Nice. I actually should
I ain't
be
missing
around.
that shit.
No, I should be able to catch that one. I should be able to catch that one for sure.
Dude, if you want to, we can do our first recording during the shit.
We could probably do that.
We could, if we got the time, we could try it.
Yeah, we can probably do that.
Like, obviously, we won't be able to show the thing because if it ever does get any views, Paramount's going to sue us. They wouldn't sue us; they'd just get the video taken down. But yeah, we could do our thing, and we could do this thing right here as we sit there and watch it and talk about it and whatnot.
Yeah,
a spin-off series.
Yeah, we'll still have our regular, random conversations and shit to talk about.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, something's gonna pop up.
I was just thinking I was thinking about a show that I was watching. I want to recommend for you, which it's very popular. It's the first show that, while it's currently out, I'm actually falling into the fad of this is a good show while it's out. Usually I catch stuff later on purpose, but Landman on Paramount Plus.
I've heard it's good.
It is the best television show that I have watched since The Office. Through and through. Like, the best television show I've watched. And I have to put that in perspective. I watched The Office after I watched How I Met Your Mother first.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying that. Because I watched Office way later, obviously. But, dude, not inappropriate for anybody under the age of 18. So, and that frustrates me because Faith has 6th graders that talk about their parents letting them watch it.
Damn.
Dude, it is awful. But great show. It's just an adult show, but holy crap. And that's what I told Faith. I said, you see that the whole fad of whatever that 1863 is the spin-off of it, but
yeah.
That show I'm talking about, that ranch show, that's relatable to some people, but the problem is that large-scale farms like that, independently owned farms, are like less than 1% left in the U.S. So a lot of people don't relate to that. They just have reminiscence of it. Mm-hmm. But the amount of people that work within the oil fields or have families within the oil fields or had to go through things similar to what they portray in the show, I was like, I understand. Like, it's literally captivating a large portion of this country, let alone others. So highly recommend it, though. Billy Bob Thornton is phenomenal.
Yeah, I've got a show for you to watch, too, man. I've been watching. Jocelyn was always watching it, and then she was watching it with me one night. Or she was watching it by herself, and then I kind of got captivated into it. It's The Pit.
The Pit?
Yeah, it's like a hospital show. But
I've heard of that.
It's sweet. It's based in Pittsburgh. Not just based in Pittsburgh, it's filmed in Pittsburgh.
Faith watches that.
It's pretty good. I'm a fan.
What's that on?
HBO Max. And I am now officially caught up, which means that I'm watching the new one Thursday on time for the first time ever. Yeah, I had to go back and watch all of Season 1. Season 1's nuts. Season 2's pretty good. I like Season 1 a lot more. But yeah, I'm assuming it's gonna get to the better shit as it goes. But it's just a really unique show. because the way they do it is that each season is a day. Each season is like a day at this hospital, and it's not. They're not back to back days. They're spaced way apart. I think the difference between season 1 and 2, I believe, is like 10 months. They mentioned it on there, but each episode is an hour of the day shift. So it starts at like 7 a.m. Like episode 1 is 7 a.m. and it goes all the way through the full 12-hour shift, except season 1 had like 15 episodes because some crazy shit happened and they had to stay like mad late. Which I don't want to spoil it for you in case you do go back and watch it, but it's a good show. I don't know how season 2 is playing out because I think they're only on episode 8 or 9 comes out Thursday. I don't know exactly which number it is, but it's either 8 or 9. I think it's 8. But yeah, that's how the whole show is. There's always something going on, and they're bouncing back and forth, and I don't know how to explain it, but the way they did it is it's really different, and it's really captivating, and it makes you think like this would have been really easy to do poorly, but they didn't do it poorly. Like they did it right. They did it about as right as they could. That's a really cool just concept, just way to take on a hospital show. Because I got to be honest, that's the biggest thing. That's why I didn't pay attention to the few episodes that Faith has watched. Is because for me, like, I like hospital shows. I've watched like 7 or 8 seasons of Grey's Anatomy. I've watched all these PD shows and EM shows everywhere, but it's become so saturated at this point that I was like, okay, but that is a really cool concept to break it up in that intervals, because realistically, that's the biggest problem with shows like that. When you're in a high stressful situation, it's like issue is like addressed, and then it's resolved, and then that's all it is. So you skip through stuff. That's all this show is just a 12-hour shift of chaos.
That's awesome. Yeah. And realistic to the sense, right?
Yeah, because they're in the ER.
That's what matters. That's what I care about is, not just TV, but...
The second season, I have a feeling, like, at the end of the first season, shit gets crazy. I have a feeling at the end of the second season, shit's going to get really crazy because the day that they're on is the 4th of July. So,
when it ends?
Yeah, that's the day that season 2 is based on, is 4th of July. Like, they talk about
it.
Yeah. Because each season's a day.
Right.
The first season was just a random-ass day. It wasn't a random-ass day. There was a big event going on, but it wasn't a holiday or anything. And then season 2 is Independence Day. It's the 4th of July. Like, the entire season is just the 4th of July 12-hour shift.
That's going to be a crazy season, bro.
Yeah, the ending of it's going to be bananas. I'm excited for it. I'd say it won't be real crazy until, like, probably episode 10. Like, I would say it's going to start picking up this week and next week. But when you get to 10, 11, 12, yeah, shit's going to go off the wall probably. Because each thing is an hour of the day. Like, each episode's an hour of the day. People start celebrating and setting off fireworks in the, afternoon, evening. So when you get to the episode that's like 4 p.m., 5 p.m., 6 p.m., like, shit's gonna start popping off. And with it being a 4th of July base, shit might quite literally start popping off. Like, they're gonna blow off their hands and shit. So
yeah, I bet you hit it right on the head right there.
Yeah, it's a cool show.
That's
the
awesome.
The characters kick ass. All the actors kick ass. I looked up. The actors aren't in a lot of things that I've seen, but I was just looking up the cast yesterday to see if I've seen any of these people in anything, and I haven't. But what's really crazy is that one of the doctors is Bryan Cranston's daughter. Yeah, one of the actors is played by Bryan Cranston's daughter. So I was like, oh, okay,
that's cool at least. Yeah, that's
pretty neat.
Yeah, matching him just showing. That's cool.
Explain to Jocelyn who that was. It would be cool if he was in an episode.
That's what I was just thinking. I was like, what if he
gets shot or blows his penis off or something?
I love him. He's so funny. He's such a good actor.
He is, dude. Yeah, I had to explain to Jocelyn who that was. I was like, oh, that girl right there is Bryan Cranston's daughter. She was like, I don't know who that is. I said, yeah, you do. I said, Malcolm in the Middle, Breaking Bad. That's all I can list.
That's all you have to list.
That's all you need to know, though. Yeah.
Like he was literally into the and what's funny is different channels, different time periods, different
two entirely different shows.
Yeah, genres and everything. But two of the top shows that are now still are becoming cult classic. Well, Malcolm in the Middle
Malcolm
is.
in the Middle came back, didn't it?
Yes, they're filming right now. They're filming in between his races in Canada.
That's right, dude. He does race. He's a NASCAR driver.
He drives truck series.
Frankie Muniz is
he's a legit racer too. Yeah, I was.
Speaking of legit racers, dude, that Tyler Reddick guy, 3 races in a row now?
I was excited. I wanted to talk about him. I want to give him prop. Yeah. 3 races are first, and nobody realizes it. If you get on social media, you'll see it, but we're going to tell you first. First person ever, right, to win 3 races? The first 3 races?
To start a season with 3 wins, yeah.
Ever, right?
Yep.
See,
I believe that's what I saw.
That's what I thought. That's what I saw too. But then I was like, I would assume it would have to be because I think the season just started. But I don't know.
Yeah, they're only 3 races in. I know that much. But yeah, he 3 wins. He's leading in the points, obviously.
So where all has he won? Wait, how many points does he have?
61.
Who's closest to him? Does it say?
Let's see.
I'm just curious. If he has 61 through 3 races, so your pole points are 20 a race?
Oh, shit. I lied. 186. He got 61 just from the race that he won. So, yeah.
So 60.
Number 2 is Bubba Wallace.
Another X. Yeah, 23-11.
He is trailing by 70 points. Yeah,
okay.
Tyler Reddick, Bubba Wallace. I hate it has him listed in here as D. Wallace Jr. I don't know his real name. Daryl. Yeah, Daryl Wallace Jr. But yeah, he's Bubba Wallace. So Tyler Reddick, Bubba Wallace, Chase Elliott, Ryan Blaney, Shane Van. I can't pronounce his last name.
Damn. Yeah, but if number 2's 70 behind, that's crazy, dude. Yeah, this was the Circuit of Americas, which would really surprised me.
Yeah, he won at Daytona. I forget what race is week 2.
It was just a whatever race. I remember seeing not the track name, but the location somewhere. Because I think that's all that I saw was the location. Yeah, so Daytona 500 and Circuit of America, just those 2 alone, completely different tracks, completely different type of racing. Yeah. And he's still killed.
Daytona, Echo Park, and Circuit of the Americas, yep.
Where's Echo Park?
Somewhere in Georgia.
Okay. Georgia. Okay. Maybe I just saw Georgia then, because I don't think I saw Echo.
This Sunday, they're at Phoenix.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'll just start off by saying congratulations. That's insane. Tyler Reddick, you're a legit driver, and the casino that you're repping, has got to be proud.
Oh, yeah, Chumba Casino.
Yeah, such a stupid name. Oh my gosh.
Chumbucket Casino.
Now on to the other side of this whole thing. Going back, I follow a bunch of basketball pages, so we're going to screenshots. This basketball page posted what I'm sending you now, Wyatt. It says Michael Jordan's 23-11 Racing has won the first 3 races of NASCAR season, the first time ever happened in NASCAR's 77-year history. Jordan now won the three-peat in his sport. Won 3 peats. Thank you. I didn't even get to finish it. I didn't even get to finish reading it. Exactly. What are your thoughts, Wyatt?
Yeah, that's not correct. Because for one, and this is the biggest one, he didn't do that. One of his drivers did. For two, while that is literally unprecedented, nobody's ever done it before. Michael Jordan didn't do it. Tyler Reddick did it. But yeah, it's not a championship. Like
Not a champion.
I hate to be that guy, but it's not a championship. Yeah, it's never been done before. But there's no guarantee this guy's going on to win the cup.
No.
He probably will at this point, especially if he keeps up this pace.
Yeah.
But well, he's not gonna keep up that pace. He's not gonna win every race. But yeah, like there's gonna be a good chance he's fighting for it. But there's a lot of races left. There's a long season. Like yeah, it's impressive. Yep. It's awesome. But for one, Michael Jordan didn't do it. His driver did. Michael Jordan's money might have helped. He might own the team. You know, that's great. It ain't a championship.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not a championship, and also, to three-peat, he'd have to win this year, next year, and in 2028. So...
Yeah. And he'd have to start driving.
That's the biggest thing. Are you guys, like... literally. You guys are all stupid. I hate... Like, that's how you just know basketball fans are just too biased whenever it comes to Jordan. Like, they just truly think that he is the best at everything he does. And it's... I love it, though. I want to bring it up. Those were my 2 points exactly. He didn't do it, and they're not championships, so it doesn't mean anything.
That's like when people talk about the championships Jimmy Johnson won, they don't talk about the championships that Rick Hendrick won. Just the one, because... Yeah, he owned the team,
but he didn't do it.
Jimmy Johnson won them, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, it's not going to be Michael Jordan's hat and race suit in a museum one day. So, sorry, it's that. Yeah, that's so annoying. That's so stupid. Now, a funny thing that I want to send, a funny screenshot that I just saw. This is just a retweet from somebody, but I'm sending it to you now. The Spectator Index said Jordan says it shot down 2 Iranian ballistic missiles. LeBron never did that. Riley sub-commented that, and that's
awesome.
See, that's the side of Jordan aura that I want to hear. I'm here for all of that. Like Michael Jordan, that stuff is yes.
Yeah, that's funny as shit.
I thoroughly enjoyed that when I saw it, though. I was like, you know what? I'm going to crap on the guy, but he did do this. That's pretty crazy. He's like, that's so funny. I'm going to send this to you, but I'm just going to talk about it here on the podcast because it's basketball related. It's kind of sports related to what we're talking about. I saw this and was reading into it, and it's really funny because first time... we just said it. You need to read into it. You actually don't have to read into this one because all the articles are literally exactly what I just sent you. So, for anybody that doesn't know, Trey Eaglestaff, he's a player for WVU basketball. He's a captain, and WVU has gay captain bands. And by gay captain bands, I mean literally captain bands that are in the rainbow flag. So, they're gay. And he very, I think, respectfully put his 2 cents into why he's not going to wear it. And he said the sport should not be about what happens on the court, or this sport should be about what happens on the court. Winning, execution, and performances, not political or social movements. And whenever this comes specifically to college basketball, like professional sports, you can say whatever because they are intertwined with so much things.
Yeah.
College sports, though, I fully agree with him. Like you are taking it beyond what the sport is, what the meaning of the game is, what the purpose is to be there, and you're not making a real statement by saying it either. So no. I agree with him for not wearing it, but I understand him not wearing it because it's not doing anything, it's not benefiting anything, it's just useless. So
I'm going to take a slightly different approach on it, too. Like, I wouldn't wear it no matter what color it is because it seems like a hindrance to, like, it seems like it's really in the way. I'm not in the way, but, like, I wouldn't find it comfortable. Where does it go? Does it go in their bicep? Is that where it's supposed to go? Because in the picture, the zoomed-in picture, that looks like where it's going.
See, that's my thing. I don't know if that's actually what their captain's badge is. I haven't got to see it. I don't know if that's just one that people were, like, made, you know? Because I see what you're saying. It's very restrictive. It's really tight around around the bicep.
They call it an armband, so I would imagine that's where it's going, like John Cena style, just like right across the thing. Like I wouldn't wear that regardless of what color it is or what movement it was trying to make, because it just doesn't seem like a comfortable thing. Like, if you're gonna do a captain's anything, do a patch on the jersey, like a normal goddamn team. Which basketball doesn't even really do that anyway. But if you're gonna do a captain's anything, don't do the soccer captain's band.
Yeah, I don't understand it.
Yeah,
but I just found it weird. It just seemed, but I'm all for that guy, because for me, it just comes back to the fundamentals of sports. It's like, the only thing that matters is what we're doing on this court, because that's why I'm here. That's why we're here right now. And any other thing that can be said before, that can be said after, but we're here for this game. So focusing on that, I just really like that mindset and mentality whenever it comes to basketball, because usually people are all about, making a name for themselves, or trying to make sure that people like them, or that their likeness is up so that they can get drafted or go here or do this. And instead, he's just like, dude, we're just here to play ball. Like, let's see how good we play. Which they did beat BYU, which is crazy.
Did they?
I'm pretty sure they did. I was listening today to the radio, and they said something about it. I cannot find a picture of their armbands, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that's probably because it... Yeah, we'll see if it's done. Alright, well, I think that's about all that I had for random sports action here. Actually, one more. We're going back. We're taking it back to some ice soccer. Wyatt, did you see this? After the after the men's draft, or the men's went to D.C., and our goalie got a kick-ass nickname from El Presidente.
No, I didn't see this.
You know how cool that is to show up to the White House and you get a sign that says Secretary of Defense as a gift? That is like... And then to have the gold medal beside it, you're just... Dude, you can't top that guy right now. He is feeling top of the world.
That's pretty cool.
I just thought that was cool, and we're becoming hockey fans more and more, so shout out them. Shout out the girls too. You guys won, whatever.
Yeah, dude. That is pretty cool. Shout out to that guy. The Secretary of Defense. What's his name? What's his real name?
I would like to give it to you, but I really don't.
Yeah, I don't know enough hockey.
No, sorry. No disrespect, bro. You made it on the podcast. We talked about you at least. Oh, yeah.
Shit, dude. I wish I had some good info, but I don't. I missed out on UFC, and that's usually where my info is stemmed from for the past few weeks.
Yeah.
Shit,
I've been rolling.
If you want, we can break out the wheel for a spin or two, and then call
we can do a spin on the wheel. I want to shout them out and have you look it up later. You should look up Salina Police Department on Facebook, because they started a police department page that has over 70,000 followers. So these people, are burning through the water like no other. Whenever the water and energy, whenever it comes to AI use, whoever runs these pages are terrible. But if anybody's on Facebook, check out Salina Police Department, because they're pretty good. I've got, actually, before we get into it, I can just send you one. I see I got one screenshotted. I don't know when I screenshotted it, but it says 2 hours ago. Oh, I'm sorry. Salina Organized Police Department.
Okay, I was about
COPD.
to say.
COPD is the name. It's their logo. It's their profile picture. But yeah, Salina Organized Police Department. COPD. They've they're just fun. I like Legos. I just bought another Lego set, but it's just funny to think. I like this page.
They posted a picture that said "Cops with COPD" presented by Manitoba Cigarettes.
That's a good sponsor, honestly. It's a good sponsor. Yeah, they're just a fun page. They're worth checking out. They're another one that's just a good laugh here and there, you know.
I'll have to dig through them and find a couple to share for next week.
Yeah, that'll be an extra page that we can go to for that. The old Banter Wheel.
Are you recording that one so I can put it in the thing?
Yes. Are traditions holding us back in life, or are we losing them altogether?
Holy shit. Oh, man. Huh. That's a good question. I wish I could think of some examples. I wish I was prepared for that one. Shit.
So the reason why I thought of this...
I know we're definitely losing some. I think it's 50-50. I can't give you a reason why they might be holding us back. I'm sure if I thought long enough, I could definitely give you a reason. But we're definitely losing some.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like, I think we're losing the ones that just seem nonsensical at today's age. Like, we're at a point to where there's too much knowledge, too much information, too many ways to access information that, like, any deceitful traditions or anything that's just any ill-willed in any rights, it's people just aren't doing it anymore. But then I started thinking about this specifically because just family traditions, going down to small things like eating dinner as a family at a table or doing things.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
You know, it's like there is such a drastic change over the last 15 years with how society has evolved to where it's all, we're eating together, but we're really eating by ourselves, focusing on our phone or on the plate, not having conversations, not talking about our days, not doing these sort of things. And, or that's how it was. But now it's like there's I see a reignition in the interest of having daily conversations, of starting traditions, of having meaningful interactions that can become traditions. So a good example would be like the Christmas dinner that we all had. Whether it's at anybody's houses, if we're able to, maybe not every year, but every couple of years at least, have a regular Christmas dinner as friends, it's like those are the sort of things that I don't remember really doing or seeing outside of family, but it's a tradition that means a lot. And it's like, dude, it also like brings back your sense of community while like I don't know, maybe it's also the time of year because it's Christmas too. I don't know, I'm very indifferent on how I feel about it. I just know that now for me personally, it's like traditions mean so much more. Like, I want to have traditions. I want to have a regular idea of, like, what's around this time, so I get to look forward to this thing because I know that this is coming up, Yeah.
Yeah, traditions are very important in that sense because, it does kind of give you something to work towards and, like, kind of like a why am I doing this type thing. Like, oh, shit, I just got to get through these next 2 weeks and then I get to have, like, the family cookout.
Yes.
Yeah, we're definitely losing touch with some of those. And I definitely see why the older folks, whenever we were growing up, kind of were, sort of big on that kind of shit. And, it's easy for a kid to not be. When you're a kid, like, you don't want to be, hanging out with your parents all the time and shit. Even if you do have a good relationship with your parents, like I did, but I was like, nah, I don't really want to be hanging out with my parents all the time. I want to hang out with my friends.
Yep.
And then you get older and you're like, wow, damn, I wish I would have wanted to hang out with my parents a little bit more.
Exactly.
Thankfully, they're still around, so I still can. But yeah, you're
it's
definitely losing touch of the traditions, and it's almost like, as bad as I hate to say it, it's like not enough parents are being like, no, you kids are gonna do this thing, and you're gonna like it.
That's exactly what it is. It's parents catering to children instead of children being a part of the parents' lives. And so you're doing the thing. So I think a great example is family reunions. Mm-hmm. Look at the amount of family reunions that were held in, let's say, 2007. Compare that to the numbers today. It has to have dropped off astronomically. Like, nobody wants to get together anymore. And if you do, you're getting together with the people you want to get together with, not a bunch of family members that you don't know or you haven't seen in forever. And then you have to add into the aspect of anybody under 24 right now probably has an 80% chance of being socially awkward and non-experienced in social situations to begin with. So they're not going to see value or believe in the value of visiting these family members or being at these events. And I'm fully guilty of that. I always thought it was a pain in the butt to go to family events. Now thinking back on it, the few that I had been to, holy crap, those are such great memories to have. And it's like, I don't know, or I don't see a lot of those people anymore. But whenever I do, those family gatherings are what we talk about, because that's where most of the interactions and most of the catching up happen. So it's like, I haven't seen you since then. Or, it's a different appreciation for it, I think. Like, we're starting to want to be around people because we've kind of, between social media and just society itself, kind of separated ourselves from everybody, give ourselves that, COVID personal distance. But now we're like, I don't know, people are kind of cool. I like being around other people.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and as for any traditions getting in the way, I guess I'm going to backtrack on what I said. If I thought hard enough, there would be some traditions getting in the way. I don't think there's traditions getting in the way as much as there are habits. I think that's the only thing I can think of. Like, there's habits that get in people's way. I wouldn't call them traditions because, like, I don't know. I don't see the word, like, tradition having a bad connotation to it, unless your family has a tradition of, like, murdering and eating people. I don't know, but
yeah,
you know what I mean. But
yeah.
There's some things that people do and have always done that, like, might get in their way, but I wouldn't consider those traditions as much as they are bad habits. So yeah, I'll backtrack on that one. Yeah, we're losing touch with them. I think we need to start having a mom's house reunion.
Dude, well, especially with us leaving in June, like moving in June, we definitely have to. Like, that needs to be maybe a couple time a year thing, 2 or 3 times a year, but definitely at least one good powwow a year.
Yeah.
Over there.
We need to have a Dean's mom's house reunion too.
Oh man, I don't know if she could take all that. We're grown men now.
It's 62 episodes, and I think that's the first one of those we cracked on air.
We're doing pretty good, and we've even mentioned her 2 or 3 times because I work with her. So that's right. Impressive. But I don't think we did then. I think we were very professional.
I think we were.
I'm going to be honest, though. That might disappoint her. She might be sad.
Anybody that's known us growing up would know that we were still kind of professional right there.
Yeah. That was the most... Yeah, that was the most professional, nice... Mild. Yeah, like, soft... That was the nicest way you could have put that. I'm just thinking of, like, usually we shoot straight at her like a rocket, but there we just tipped over the top and gave her a little taste of it, which she likes, by the way. She's into it all. But yeah, that right there, that's fun. Man, I'm gonna have to show her this, and she'll be like, "Man, I miss you guys. You really will have to come over."
Yeah, you guys should have my house reunion. Yeah.
We'll invite Dean too. He can just be there. I don't know what he's doing, but he's there. That's so funny.
That's funny as shit.
Oh.
Oh man, yeah, I think we got time for one more, and then we can close up shop. I unfortunately don't think I have a review afterwards.
Oh, I do have a review.
Oh no, I do actually. I watched a movie last night. Yeah, I'll talk about
Oh,
that.
nice.
We'll do one. We'll do one more spin. Review some shit. Call her a night before it gets too late because we're old.
If you could fight any fictional character, who would it be?
Oh, dude, that was a new addition. I put
That was
in,
the
like,
new
last weekend.
Yeah, that's why I'm laughing when I saw it because I was like, "What are the odds?"
Dude, I don't know what it is, but I got a real problem with Luigi from Mario.
Really?
I love Mario. Luigi's a little bitch. I think as long as he doesn't get access to any of those magic mushrooms,
You got him.
I got him. Yeah, just some bum ass plumber with a shitty mustache.
That's so
green.
funny. That's funny.
Yeah, dude. I think I could take him. I don't like that Lucky Charms guy either. I don't know. It might just be something with green. It might just be something with green. Maybe I just don't like these green characters. Yeah, Luigi, the little Lucky Charms leprechaun. Almost called him something much worse.
I wish you would have and just bleeped it out. Oh my gosh, that's a good one though. Luigi's a good one. That's a funny one to think of.
Yeah,
He
dude,
must really bother you if he came to your mind that quick.
Yeah, Luigi's a punk. That's actually what made me think of the question because I don't know what it was, but I was like, God damn it, I hate Luigi. No problem with him. I think Mario should kill him.
I'm sure he's thought that many a times. But then again, though, Luigi probably has too. I feel like Luigi has Robin syndrome. He's never Batman. He's only Robin.
He didn't even deserve to be Robin. He's
Wow.
more like, he's more like Commissioner Gordon, but not cool.
Not liked, not respected. That's funny.
Yeah,
If I was gonna choose, dude, that's a really hard question. Because fictional characters. Waldo, where's Waldo? Waldo.
He's a little son of a bitch too. He's always hiding.
Constantly hiding from people. Got like 20 to 30 variations of his books, so you always got to find him different places. It's like, bro, just stay in one spot. Like, how are you affording to move around so much? It makes no sense. And he's always at populated areas. Like,
Always wearing the same clothes.
yeah, that's another thing.
Not very stealthy clothes, by the way. He hides like shit.
No,
He's
stripes.
out in the crowd dressed like Ronald McDonald.
Yeah, it's the opposite of a prison uniform, red and white instead of black and white or orange and white. It's retarded. It makes no sense. And with the success of his books over the last probably 70 years, what the heck? You can't afford to change up your look every now and again?
Yeah.
He frustrates me a lot. But if I could really fight any fictional character, it's Elmo.
Yeah.
I would love to hear the sounds that come out of Elmo. And then I think it would be funny if Elmo ended up being like a triple black belt in Taekwondo and Jiu-Jitsu, and then he actually just started whooping my ass, and you just see red fur crawling around me, getting me in chokehold, flipping me over. Like, I think that would be fun.
When I was a kid, I had a real problem with that goddamn rabbit, Max from Max and Ruby.
Oh,
Fucking dumb bastard.
no.
I hated him so much, dude.
I hated Ruby too, though. I hated both of those stupid rabbits. Those guys are. That's a good example. Oh my gosh.
Dude, I think Max might have had a learning disability, but fuck him. He pissed me off. I hated him so much.
I hated Ruby because she was a stupid cunt. She was a stupid. At least she was older. She should have known more, but she just acted like. She never proved that she knew more because she was actually always wrong in the situations. That's why it had to be corrected. But she acted like she was such a smart older lady. I hate that fucking show. My brothers made me watch that.
That show does suck.
I hate that show, dude.
I remember just rage watching it as a kid. To just like hate watch Max and Ruby because I was like, I hate these two rabbits. I hate these two rabbits. I really hate Max. And I'm still watching this show. It's really six years old, maybe 7 years old, and I'm just sitting there pissed off at Max. Speak, damn you, talk.
Stop playing with that truck in the mud. Yeah.
Pick your name of shit. Listen to your sister or your mom or whatever she is. She's stupid too, but listen to her. You dumb bastard.
I really did. I hate that show. Was annoying too, though. Their voices were annoying. Like, I hate that show. The only other show that I hate probably on that level. No, it's actually less, but it's pretty close to it. Is Yo Gabba Gabba.
Yeah.
But
I never watched that one.
No, that came out when we were around 10 or 11. That's what my brother Caleb grew up watching. That was one of his main shows. And so I had to watch that. I actually had to watch that so much. But Max and Ruby was also on replay at that point, so that's also why I watched that too. Yeah. But yeah, Yo Gabba Gabba was the Teletubbies on crack. And the Teletubbies were already on crack.
They were on something, dude.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yo Gabba Gabba's next level. They're Yo Gabba Gabba is the psychedelic version of Teletubbies.
Yeah. Damn, alright, we can get into our reviews, or else I'm just going to sit here being pissed off about Max from Max and Ruby all evening. I probably am anyway. Stupid little bitch. I hate that guy.
Do you want to go with your review first? Do you want me to give mine?
I watched this, I gotta look up the name of the movie to make sure I got it right. I think I remember what it is. Yes, I watched it on Netflix. It's not new. It's from 2022. It was a Chris Hemsworth movie. It was called Spiderhead.
Huh. I'm going to look that up right now.
It was a movie about... it was a bunch of prisoners that were in this program to test like experimental drugs that basically like mind control drugs. Like they'd feed these people drugs that would make them like love whatever they were looking at. Like they'd find it much more like beautiful, whether it be a place or a person or whatever. And they had all kinds of drugs in it. I won't dive too much into that because it kind of throws the kind of gives you too much of the movie. Like you got to kind of watch it and find out what's going on. But it's basically just these prisoners that get fed these and knowingly fed. Like they signed up for this because they were prisoners, and their alternative was like, oh, I get to go to this prison that's not nearly as shitty, and I just got to test this medication that they're testing. But yeah, it's a Chris Hemsworth movie. Probably the first Chris Hemsworth movie that I've ever seen where his voice sounds different. Because
really?
In most of his movies, he just sounds like Thor. Because that's just how he sounds. But no, he just sounds like an American dude. It threw me.
I'm excited for that.
Because like I saw him and then I heard him talk and I said, "What the hell?"
He's an actor. He can act. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, right? I was just like, "What? This guy's not only Australian all the time."
Well, to be fair though, if this came out in 2022, he got popular with Thor. So 2008. So he went 14 years of just being Australian. So
yeah.
That's, man, Miles Teller's in that. That's awesome. Heck yeah.
Him and I almost called him Thor. Him and Chris Hemsworth are like the main characters in that movie. Kind of like the protagonist and antagonist. And whenever you watch the movie, I'll let you decide which one's which. But
I can tell.
It's an alright movie. It's not a perfect movie. I'd give it like a 6.5. You know, it's just in terms of a Netflix movie, it's on the higher end, but it's.
I'm pretty excited for it because it says that it's based on an actual short story that was written that was George Sanders' Escape from Spiderhead. So just the fact that it had some things to go off of, that's got me excited for it. That's cool.
It's an interesting movie. It's a movie that I kind of wish maybe it was a show. Like I kind of wish maybe it was longer, but obviously not a longer movie. It was a good runtime for a movie. Mm-hmm. But maybe I wish it was like a limited series or something, like 4 or 5 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think you could have squeezed a little bit more out of it, but I liked it.
Yeah, that's awesome. I wrote that down with the pit. I'm definitely going to check both of those out. I'm excited. I like movies. I like shows, but the problem with shows is it takes so long to like get into it. But
yeah, that's why I corrected myself. I said I should be a limited series because I was like, man, if they made this into a full series, I would hate it. It would get so old, and then whenever you do find out what's going on, and then the whole finale happens, you'd be like, wow, I watched all this shit for that. But the ending's alright. Like, it's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad.
That's awesome. Well, I'll definitely check that out. If I watch that in the next week, then I'll just talk about that this weekend, too. Then we can actually break it down on some specifics of it and stuff. So I have everybody knows, we like gummies on this channel. Constantly trying new gummies. So these are stuffed gummies. So what these are, marshmallow outside, gummy inside.
I saw those at the store the other day, and I was afraid to try them because I don't like marshmallows that much.
I don't either. I hate marshmallows, actually. The consistency is just too much, and then it's sticky everywhere. I don't like it. Yeah. Okay, it is literally a marshmallow. It's not what I was expecting.
You haven't tried them yet?
Just opened them.
Oh, nice. I
do have to say, I bought the Fruity Punch. They also have watermelon ones, but...
Yeah.
Okay, well, I just bit halfway through it, and
it's
just
still
now.
All marshmallow.
Dude, I think you would like these.
Really?
The marshmallow is like a perfect... It's not like a regular marshmallow consistency and texture. It's almost like a soft gum or a soft gummy texture. And then I also have to say...
At the store whenever we were grocery shopping yesterday, and my initial reaction was, I bet those taste like shit.
Well, see, that was my thought. But I just saw them yesterday, too. That's when we picked them up. And I was like, they're worth trying. I wanted to try something new. Also, the gummy on the inside is not a gummy. That is... Let's compare these. This is a review. That
they make it look like it's like a jelly. It's like not a jelly, but a
gusher-like substance.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Yeah.
But also, if it is, that's fine. Give me that amount. Not that amount. Right? And I've squeezed that. I've opened that up like Dean's mom. That thing is just it. But honestly, these are better than what I thought. I'd give these a 6 to 7 out of 10. I would absolutely buy these again if we were just hanging out and drinking. Not a bad snack.
Nice. I'll have to give them a spin sometime.
Yeah.
If I like them or not.
Official review, I'll give them a 6. No, I'm going to give them a 5. Good taste, good consistency.
But they lied.
And now, where's that at? So, yeah, that's whatever. So these are a 5, Dean's mom's a 10, and that's just how it's go.
Yes.
That's it. That's all I got for this episode, Ryan. I don't know. Oh, one thing I do want to shout. If you have the opportunity, or if anybody else does, last night me and Faith watched, which you can go there and watch all their launches right now, but we watched the Starlink shuttle takeoff last night. We watched the entire thing live. That is awesome. And I have to say that the website for Elon's SpaceX company is one of the best websites I've ever freaking seen.
Really? You
go through and it gives you all the details that you could need on anything about all of their projects, all of their types of shuttles. And whenever you go, and let's say that we're watching, they have another one launching soon, but like last night we were watching it, and Faith was watching it live while I was scrolling through the website looking at stuff. When you're watching live, they give you full feed. They have the plan calculated down to the minute on every single portion of, or every single stage of like the shuttle taking off all the way to deploying of the satellites. They have it timed out before they and they have it posted to the site. Obviously, when it takes off, it takes off at the exact time. Dude, they were 3 or 4 minutes off on the time that they said that their base would touch back down. Like it landed, which obviously they've landed 500 perfectly. Like they're good at that now. But the time wise, the fact that they could launch a spaceship, send it to space, and then bring it back down within a 4-minute time frame of what they expected, just super cool. It's super cool to experience and to see.
They have 6 Starlink missions going out in the next week.
See,
next 10 days, my bad, not week.
Last night, I thought they were only launching 1. They launched 30 satellites last night out of the 1. But the booster that came back to them has been used for 20 plus missions already. So it's been reused and reused and reused, and it's completely fine. So I just think that's cool, and I wanted to throw that in there. Other than that, that's about all I got.
Well, if anybody's still here, thanks for joining us, and thanks for listening to our Dean's Mom talk. And I'm sure we'll have much more to talk for here in about what number we on. Here in about 7 episodes, she'll probably get her own special episode. You can count the numbers on that as much as you like. I know which number that is.
I'm already flipping through, and I am planning for this episode. 3, 4, 5. That's funny. I love it. Good way to end right there. Absolutely. Lisa, you rock.
Yeah, we'll see everybody next week, and you might see us. You might see us shortly after Saturday, depending on what we're doing during these fights.
But you won't really know because you'll see us on Friday.
Yeah, we might start fighting people if I can run into that son of a bitch Max or Luigi. And then you might see me in the news this weekend. But if not, then I'll be back next week with Justin. All right. Well, thank you.
We'll see you guys later.
62. Go watch the other 61 and this one twice, and then
prepare.
Next week's too.
Yep, and don't forget, prepare for 69.
Yes.